Alright, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi, Kahala Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi Bahasham Rakakarash. I'm gonna get double honors to the elders and the apostles of great millstone. Peace, blessings, and citations be to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. For our willingness to be a quick, edifying video for all the Akim out there that's watching, right? And the title of this is gonna be grounded in fear, because we all need to be grounded in the fear of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi. Because if you do not do this thing out of fear, your house shall soon be overthrown. This truth is deeper than wearing fringes, keeping the dietary laws, changing up your diet, hating white people, things of that nature, right? We have to do this thing sincerely and out of fear, and Yahawashi HaMashiach, right? But with that being said, we're gonna kick it off with 2 Corinthians 5:11. All right, verse 11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto Yahweh, and I trust also are made manifest in your consciences, right? So through the terror of Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi, we persuade men. Our mission as the hopeful elect of Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi is to persuade the elect to come into the sheepfold, whoever they may be, because once the elect is sealed, all hell is going to break loose, right? So we're going to get Jeremiah 30:7. Jeremiah 30:7. All right, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, right? So this day that is called Jacob's trouble is a period of time that all hell is going to break loose, right? So like it for that. All right, so that none is like it. Imagine all the bad atrocities that happened throughout history. Jacob's trouble is going to be 1,000 times worse than those things that happened, right? It's going to be way worse than slavery, the Cold War, and all those other bullshit atrocities that happened throughout this history, right? This is why we need to be doing this thing out of fear. Because if you don't truly fear Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi, it means that you fear what man can do to you, or you just fear man, right? When Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi controls all things, right? Everything is ordained by Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi. All right. Let's go to 1 Chronicles. First Chronicles 16:25. Verse 25. For great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised. He also is to be feared above all gods, right? Because ultimately, he is the only God, the only most high creator of heaven and earth. All these other gods, false idols, Buddha, Muhammad, Allah, Yahweh, Yahuwah, all that little bullshit. These Egyptian gods are all just idols. They cannot breathe or talk, but Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi, he is the creator of all things, right? He is to be feared, man. Real talk. Think about all the ancient history disasters that happened throughout the power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi. Think about the ark with Noah, Sodom and Gomorrah, how it got destroyed. And think about what's to come, right? Jacob's trouble, World War III. Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi is really to be feared, man. Real shit. All right. Let's go to Dude 28:58. Verse 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear the glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy God, then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sickness, and of long continuance. Now, all right. And that's a curse that happened to our people because we did not fear Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi. And there still is people on this earth today that don't fear Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi. Right? There's people within Israel that truly do not fear the Most High. Right? The fear Yahweh is key as a key component to gaining salvation, right? That's the only way you're gonna gain salvation, right? Is the fear of Yahweh, right? So we're gonna need to be grounded in fear, right? That's what's gonna help us get through this thing. All right, let's go to Psalm 20. Oh shit! All right, 25. All right, Psalm 25 and 14. The secret of Yahweh is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. Right, the secret of the scriptures, the prophecy, the gospel is only given to the ones that truly fear Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, right? Let's go to Amos 3 and 7. All right, verse 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Right, the secret is revealed unto those that fear Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and it's revealed to the prophets. And for the prophets to prophesy takes fear, right? It takes fear, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, to prophesy. Let's go to Jeremiah. My fault if I'm moving at a quick pace. Damn, what the hell? Okay. Alright. My fault for the language. Alright. Verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Right. Because they fear Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi. The prophets fear the Most High, so they prophesied, right? What was coming to the earth, which is to be feared. But they didn't necessarily fear the plagues. They feared the one who was sending the plagues, right? Which is the Most High. That's why the prophets of old, who are back on the earth today through reincarnation, are waiting to finally receive, their reward, the kingdom, their salvation, right? For prophesying throughout their generation, following Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi. And they're going to receive their reward soon, right? Which is the salvation, the kingdom, right? So stay strong, man. All right, let's go to Psalm 33 and 18. All right, verse 18. Behold, the eye of Yahweh is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope is his mercy, that hope in his mercy. Right, so through you fearing Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi will lead you to your salvation, because through your fear you're going to show, your faith by doing this work. Right, so you brothers that are uploading 3 to 4 videos, 5 videos, 6 videos every week on the highways and the byways, keep doing the work, man, and fearing the Most High, because you don't have anything to worry about, right? The Most High got y'all. All right, let's go to Psalm 33 and 8. Yeah, our main goal is to be part of that hopeful elect, man. Which we are the hopeful elect, but our goal is to be a part of that elect. That 144K. Oh shit, I'm sorry. It's like you. Alright, verse 8. Let all the earth fear Yahweh. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. Right, and that's gonna happen fully once America's destroyed in 1 hour by thermonuclear fire. Right? And when the Messiah returns, the whole earth will fear Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi for an eternity. He will be feared, right? They're going to be feared forever. He's going to show his power, one last time by sending 20 million or 200,000 nuclear missiles to America, right? Fervent heat that's going to melt the elements, right? And it's gonna be pretty damn hot. The thermonuclear missiles ain't nothing to play with. All right, let's go to 2 Peter 2 and 4. All right. For if Yahweh spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into change of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. Right. So people will take this verse and say it's talking about the fallen angels, but angels can't sin, right? they're not operated to sin. They're not subject to sin, right? These angels are talking about the Israelites, right? Cast them down to hell, right? Because we were cast into captivity, and we are currently in hell, right? And the chains of darkness is the flesh. Verse 5. And spare not the old world, but save Noah the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. Right, so Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi flooded the earth and killed everybody, and there was a massive amount of people on their earth at the time, right? And these same people are on the earth today. Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi only saved 8 people. That was the first death, that was the first death. And the second death is going to be those thermonuclear missiles, and there's going to be 144,000 that are going to be saved this time instead of 8. Right, and there's going to be a 1/3 along with that. 33% of Israel, men and women and children, that are going to be redeemed. Right, let's go to verse 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an sample unto those that after should live ungodly. Right, so Sodom and Gomorrah was an example, right? And we are living in modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, living in modern day Egypt, Babylon, right? And they're legalizing homosexuality. This society is getting pretty ridiculous, right? And when it comes to the homosexual agenda, yeah, they're pushing that pretty hard, right? It's modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Because Sodom and Gomorrah was into that. Right, homosexuality, oral, things like that. All right, and the Most High is going to destroy this wicked ass country because America is, like I just said, wicked as hell, just like how Sodom and Gomorrah was. Sodom and Gomorrah was just an example. All right, let's go to 2 Peter 3 and 8. Salakia, man. Alright, 2 Peter 3 and 8. But, beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with Yahweh as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day, right? So Yahawashi Mashiach was crucified 2,000 years ago. So if 1,000 years ago is a day with Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi, so that means it was literally only about 2 days ago for Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi. So it's fresh in his thoughts. He memorized this clearly, right? He's not happy with the society. He's not happy with those Romans that pierced him. And it's fresh in his memory. It was only 2 days ago for him, right? Let's go to verse 10. But the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, right? And when I'm out there trying to teach, all my friends and shit like that about, prophecy, they always ask me, when is this going to happen and things like that. And I have to tell them we don't have a set date because like you just seen through the scripture, the Most High, or Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi, said he's going to come as a thief in the night. You don't know when somebody's going to kick you in your door, try to rob you, right? It's the same way Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi is going to come, right? Whenever, it's going to come at when we least expect it, right? Put it like that. I'm going to keep reading on. I'm going to start over. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt away with fervent heat. Talking about them thermonuclear missiles. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up, right? And this is a prophecy that was not happened yet, that has not happened yet, Salakia, right? And this is talking about Mystery Babylon, which is known as America, right? And the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. This is talking about them thermonuclear missiles, right? That's why we got Trump, Putin, Iran, and all these other countries talking about nuclear warfare. They tripping for each other, right? Because that's how this is the world's gonna end, right? In thermonuclear fire, right? The first time it entered in water, this time it's gonna be in fire, right? And 200,000 ICBM missiles are gonna hit America. and it's gonna make the elements melt with fervent heat, and that should bring fear to you, right? And I mean, if you don't really if your fear of the Most High isn't up there where it should be, then I mean, hey man, just pray and fast on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have troubles myself. Every here and there, I feel like my fear not where it needs to be. I feel like my faith not where it needs to be. But the spirit is a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? You steady have to work on it, right? Because we're in these fleshly bodies, right? We're in these fleshly bodies. So I mean, the flesh is gonna be fighting against the spirit 24/7, right? But yeah, man. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and log off. Shalom.